each day.
On Valentine's night.
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home.
David is my husband.
All on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death when I'm dancing.
You get this day over and over.
Hilda.
I black out.
I don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
Naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
David hunts,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date.
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
On
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I?
He was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since,
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. There's someone else in my hour.
I brought David back to life.
I removed the chains, dressed her.
It was Iris.
We could try shifting now.
Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Sorry.
We both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind. I'm not broke. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are
Grateful if you could see your way to declaring me
insane, or at least
temporarily insane.
There was no flame. And then there was.
I'll kiss a guy, and
I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
then he just follows me
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
wherever I go.
Thanks,
Just
Halsey.
still pull out
Have a
in
good
front
night.
of the driver.
Bear with me, folks. It's been a while since I played this game. Hey.
I'm fine. I'm worried. My pursuer in the hour, he's definitely military. I've developed a new skill to deal with him. Last night, I saw him draw something from his jacket. He was approaching me, grinning. I had nowhere to go. So I closed my eyes and imagined.
Hey.
I imagined being back home.
Hey, Super.
And when I opened them again, I'd teleported. My other doctor had prescribed me sleeping pills before I came to see Dr. Dekker. I think they were called temazepam. I never took them. I saw Jessica across the street this morning. She waved, but I just crumbled. Ever since I took those photos, I haven't been able to face her.
How is it Wednesday?
Do you think I should tell her about the photos, Doctor?
Tell her or not tell her about the photos? Very interesting.
I didn't think I should either. She'd hate me forever. Maybe when she next waves, I'll at least wave back.
Good idea.
Work is fine. If anything, I've been falling behind again. I think it's the stress of not being alone in the midnight hour anymore. I stole a painting. There, I've said it. It was from the local gallery, Providence. I really like it, but I can't afford it. So I took it. It's just that one thing, just the painting I've stolen recently. I think my new pursuer is unraveling me. Is it okay to steal things, Doctor, if I really like them? I thought you'd say that.
No, it's
I
not
will
okay.
do my best to refrain from it,
You can go to jail for
but I
that.
can't promise anything.
You can't promise anything?
I never saw Dr. Dekker touch a drop. Doesn't mean it wasn't going on behind closed doors, though, does it? My pursuer. He's measured in his approach, watching, testing. When he finally came for me, I wasn't ready. I think he underestimated me, though, and that allowed me to escape. He didn't think I'd be able to just leave. Why do you think he's coming after me, Doctor?
I don't know.
Oh, I think I might know.
Okay, what is your theory on why is he coming after you?
I think he's death, Doctor. I think I saved that old woman from burning to death in bed, and now he's coming after me to even the score.
In what possible way?
Do you think it could be death?
Oh my god.
It's just me. I'm going crazy.
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
so strange. Everything about me is strange already, but to have another presence in my hour, it's unhinged me.
Let's see.
No, Doctor. No, you can't. I've seen what you can do. You can listen and ask, but you don't have any real power.
Let's see.
No.
Oh my god.
Your questions seem to be getting more and more irrelevant. I was as surprised as you are. I just imagined I was somewhere else, and there I was. Perhaps Dr. Dekker was right. Think of something, and it becomes real, if you believe in it. But I'll only do it wisely. Imagine the mistakes you might make. Don't want to become one with the igneous layer too soon.
This is getting weirder by the minute.
These sessions cost a lot of money, Doctor. I'm not just going to leave in the middle of one. But I can see you don't believe me. Do you really want me to teleport, Doctor?
Go ahead, by all means.
Good. I was starting to think you didn't care about me one way or the other. No, I'm not becoming him. I'm not becoming Dekker.
Thank gamers.
Yes,
How are you guys?
That's David Castleford. I have no idea when it was taken. Shocking composition.
Nice stream you guys did this afternoon. Sorry I didn't see the rest of it.
I was one of Dr. Dekker's first patients. I wasn't referred by anyone. My GP recommended I saw someone privately. I think he was just sick of listening to me complain about how little time
How
I
was your
had
guys' weekend?
during our 10-minute slot.
Okay, bestie. That's fine. Oh, no problem. I'll stop by your next stream whenever that might be.
Scarlett. I haven't been in since he died. Since Dr. Dekker died. He was a complicated man, as I suppose most people are.
Yeah, I see. Weekend was boring here too sometimes.
His external persona didn't match what he dreamed about.
It was good, all gamers. It was good.
His dreams were amazing, filled with a spectrum of colours and creatures. It was like Narnia for grown-ups. That was in the beginning. I'm a dream walker. I can visit people and help them in their dreams. You've not caught up on all his old patients yet, then?
This is interesting.
Fluid, soft, intricate things. I couldn't draw a picture if you asked, but they drew you to them. They looked a little strange, but you felt compelled to watch them.
How was everyone's weekend? The two people in the stream right now. Okay, let's see.
Chaotic.
Chaotic.
Dark. Like an earthquake, everything you stood on shifted into something else. I think he was fighting with something internally. And it was winning.
What was winning?
I don't know. It's a turn of phrase.
That's good, bestie. How are you?
Inner demons? Insanity? I don't know. I can visit dreams, but I can't force the dreamer to interact with me. It's something I've been able to do since I was little.
Hey, Nick.
I was born an identical twin, and my sister and I shared dreams.
It seems it's a shame, bestie.
We
You
just
can't
thought it
stream
was
anymore
normal.
on you since
When our
you used to be
younger
on
brother
Wi-Fi.
started having night terrors, we helped him. I just need to know the person, a little, and know they're dreaming. Then I can sort of jump into them.
That's okay.
It's something, I think, in my mind. Firstly, I need to sleep myself. I'm constantly tired, so I can pretty much sleep on demand. Before I go, I think of jumping into that person. That's how it works for me. I've tried teaching others, but I don't know if anyone else can do it. I don't know. Lots of people. Whenever I get close enough to tell somebody about
I can
it,
understand
the
that.
first thing they want to do
Now
is try it out or have me visit their dreams. That's
You must have
kind
terrible
of why
Wi-Fi
I'm
in the
here.
UK then. 'Cause
Relationships. It's difficult to sustain them. I'm not just talking about romantic entanglements. It's hard keeping friends too. Like I said before, I tell them about my ability and they immediately want to try it out. The problem is, I don't normally like what I see. I think people try to show off. Firstly, they're a bit shocked if I turn up in their dream.
I wouldn't like that
When
either.
they're comfortable with that,
Worse one
they
bad.
start to put on a show.
Nah, that sucks, bestie.
But most people can't control their dreams. So they
Why
tend
is that?
to turn into
Oh, it had better
nightmares pretty
broadband
quickly.
before this one?
Oh, look. I'm dreaming of a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Marshmallow
Oh.
Man.
Why is it destroying New York? When you've experienced
Maybe they couldn't afford it and they
someone's
decided
dream,
to switch to the cheaper brand.
if they've been
That's
a
all I
bit
can think of.
creepy in it or terrified me, it's hard to look someone in the eyes after that. It's embarrassing. What should I do, Doctor? Should I not tell people about my ability? Keep it a secret, bottle it up? I'm not sure that's healthy, but I guess I could give it a try. What if it accidentally comes out? Is there anything else I can do to stop pushing people away?
Yeah. Don't mention it.
So, if I could breathe through my ears, you wouldn't want to see it. I do say no. A lot. But I usually cave eventually. Double honest. Interesting. I suppose I haven't
Yeah, money
really
yet
tried
they're
that.
not poor.
I might just give that a go.
And yet they switch to the cheaper brand, and that makes no sense. If they're not poor, then why would they switch to the cheaper brand?
It's difficult to do when you experience them like I do. But I know what you're saying is right. A lot of the time I assume people are controlling their dreams like I can. But they're probably directed by their subconscious, and who controls that? He's dead now, so I suppose it won't affect him if I admit that. So yes, I was.
You should tell him that then.
Not near the end, though. Not when his dreams started
I
changing.
dare you to tell him that. Right,
Like
right
I
in the,
said,
I
my
dare you
ability ruins relationships.
to call him that. Wait, on what you just said
Who
right now
told
to
you?
me.
Jaya. Just thought she'd know. Thought she'd know everything about her precious Dr. Dekker. Sorry,
Go
we
ahead.
didn't speak that much. But she was a lot like the other woman.
And tell me what the reaction is.
So
Reaction
much
is once you
control
tell him
over
that.
someone who was supposed to be her superior. Valentine's Day was awful. I had a bit of an accident with a creme brulee torch and had to spend the night waiting in A&E.
Well, tell them when they wake up then.
I melted a nail to
Whenever
my
that
finger.
might be.
It hurt a lot. I needed stitches.
And then you tell me what they say.
It's all fine now, though.
Sorry, I'm Glenn. I didn't expect to be here. I was looking for the men's room.
Oh, shoot. Okay, never mind. I thought I messed up. Now, I bet it won't be funny. I don't know. I bet they're gonna be mad if you tell them that.
Like I said, I was in the green room. You know, that new restaurant in town. I actually need to do something. Done. Sorry. I was in the middle of a date and needed the restroom, and here I am. Sorry, you're not familiar with my case.
You couldn't use the restroom at your house?
I stepped through the restroom door into your office. Sometimes when I go through a door, it opens to another place.
Interesting.
No, I shouldn't imagine she did that. I didn't even pass through the waiting room. Besides, it's lunchtime, she won't be there. No, not really. But it's lunchtime, and you don't normally see patients
What time is
now.
it though, bestie?
Well, Dr. Dekker didn't normally see patients now. Dr. Dekker was crazy. I arrived late to the party. Apparently, he was a fine, upstanding citizen before. I don't know what changed him. Of the few sessions I had with him, he'd observed me walking through doors. But I'd walk through a door and I'd disappear. Then I couldn't get back. The session was £150 either way, so I paid that for a couple of times and then decided it was a bad idea. As you can see, it's still happening.
Man, this guy's insane, dude.
The doors. I'm still vanishing from one place to another. My dad died. He was on his deathbed and I was complaining about work, women or whatever. It was an idiom. He said, when one door closes, another opens.
Yep,
Then he died.
that's true.
I
What he
needed
said.
those words to be important. So here I am. He was stoic. He had tuberculosis in his lungs. That's what killed him. Nobody knew until the end. I never got to say I loved him.
Yeah.
Maybe. He'd split with my mum 3 years earlier. It was messy. It was bad. I didn't talk to him really at all. They called me as next of kin, said I should come in if I wanted to say goodbye. I did love him. He just broke everything. No.
No.
I hadn't seen him for so long. I just let it all out. I screamed, I shouted, I punched the walls. Do you know what he said?
What did he say?
Sorry. Over and over again. Like he really meant it. He did. He really meant it. And when I stopped, when I was exhausted, he smiled at me. Like he cherished me. Like he'd been waiting to say sorry. Waiting for forgiveness. I didn't get to.
Yeah.
I didn't get to say I loved him. I didn't get to forgive him. He just said when one door closes, another opens.
Yep, that's true.
And then he died. What does he think of me?
He thinks you're a piece of garbage.
All those years, thinking I was the bigger man. It turns out he was.
That's what he thinks about you.
There's no going back, is there,
messing with you.
Doctor?
I just
When
want
one
to say
door
that.
closes, it's shut forever. How? How do I go back?
Hey, Ada.
I hadn't thought of that. I've just been thinking when I open a door, it goes somewhere else in the present, not in the past. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. I'll try that. Now. I'll try that now.
Rare that you stopped by my stream also. Been a while.
I'm feeling good. I ran into one of your other patients. Mariana. She's beautiful. I think
No,
we might
yeah,
go
it's
on
a
a
flirt.
date. Temazepam is the same sleeping pill Dr. Dekker prescribed me. Why would he mix those with alcohol? People are such idiots. Which reminds me, that truck driver died. Alcohol isn't something I usually notice on people until they're slurring and weaving around. Was Dr. Dekker an alcoholic? Probably. I never saw him drink, though. The truck driver that ran into Hannah. He was divorced, apparently. He killed himself. He mixed sleeping pills with alcohol, too. But he died in his garage. I read it in the paper. He'd been drinking. Then he took the sleeping pills. Then he went into his garage and put the hose pipe through his window. Not until he put his daughter in the seat first. It's one of those newspaper stories you read and you hope it says he leaves behind his wife and 7-year-old
Welcome
daughter.
to the one person who stopped by.
But his daughter was in the car. Do you know I wrote him a letter? Dr. Dekker told me one of the ways to get through my grief would be to write a letter to the truck driver. I tried to forgive him. I know it was my fault. But the thing that made me feel best was blaming him. I think maybe he killed himself because of me. Do you think I'm to blame, Doctor?
Yes, you're to blame.
His daughter's picture was in the paper. Molly. Ever since I saw a picture in the paper, I've started thinking I could see her. Out of the corner of my eye. Like she's watching me. Crazy, right?
Indeed, very crazy.
What are you trying to do most? Cure his patients or find out who killed him? It's been nice chatting with you. Don't get me wrong. But I can't help but feel you're mainly interested in finding out about the old doctor.
How is it haunting your life?
I suppose you already know Dr. Dekker thought one of his patients was trying to kill him. He told me in one of our sessions, which was later rewound, that someone had been leaving him messages on his prescription pad. Not good messages. He didn't tell me anything specifically. Just death threats. It was one of his many rants. I just sat there quietly, hoping he wasn't going to try and hypnotize me again. I asked him if it was a boy or a girl's handwriting. He said he knew who it was, and that they'd be in trouble. I think he was bluffing. I can't really explain it, but she seems like such a friendly person. I think the police are barking up the wrong tree.
People sound like you? Heh.
I think I've probably said too much. It's probably not the same girl anyway. Please do. I wish I could believe you. My solicitors assured me that I wouldn't have to discuss anything about my trial with you, so I'm not going to. Concentrate on my state of mind, and let me worry about other things.
Hilda died last night. I was there. Well, I was there as her daughter. It was nice. She had a good death. She got to say what she wanted to say. Hilda was Hilda to the end. I was the doting daughter. Don't worry, everything's going to be okay. I love you, Mum. Then Hilda, with almost her last breath, looks me straight in the eye and says, "Don't let them take Amelia." Most people have taken sleeping pills at some time or another, haven't they? It's probably quite easy to get hold of them. Although, I have to get a doctor to sign a prescription if I need any at work. It's probably the same for Jaya. Dr. Dekker drank a bit. I mean, I didn't say anything about it, but well, it's not very professional, is it? I mean, it's not like he was drunk. It must be very stressful being a therapist. Do you find it stressful, Doctor?
Do I find it stressful?
Maybe you're just tired then. You should get some rest.
Let's see.
Jaya seems really nice. I don't know like this. I
weird people coming here. I mean, I've met some of them out in the waiting room. I know they're just people, but a couple of them have seriously given me the creeps. She's a slightly older one, isn't she? Always well dressed? Yes, her. I'm pretty good at picking up
Welcome
on
to
people's
the
energy,
the two people
hers
watching the
is
stream.
cold. Actually, I think I sort of know her. Claire Castleford, isn't it? Apparently, she attacked her husband or something. I think of Dr. Dekker every time one of my patients dies.
Welcome.
It makes me remember
Nice,
how
bestie.
he didn't care about his mum.
Welcome, bestie.
He was a good therapist. He was a lousy son. I was angry at Dr. Dekker. Hilda's daughter, she's in Australia, so fair enough. Maybe she really couldn't get over to see her. But Dr. Dekker's mum was dying literally on the other side of town, and he just couldn't be bothered. I shifted for her, but in a way, I wish I hadn't. Because it let Dr. Dekker off the hook, you know? I didn't realise how little he cared until I told him the news. You've never seen me angry, have you, Doctor?
Nope.
Don't say things like that when you don't mean them. It causes upset. Amelia's Hilda's doll. She used to have about 9 or 10 of them, all glassy-eyed and creepy looking, with frilly dresses and curls. All over her room they were. In the end, we had to get rid of them. They weren't very hygienic. But we let her keep one, and that was Amelia. I'm keeping her safe until I can pass her on to Hilda's daughter. Maybe she'll fly over for the funeral. I don't know. Are you okay, Doctor? You look a bit pale. Yes, I told Dr. Dekker. Most other people wouldn't have believed me, but he did. In fact, he cared far more about the shifting than he did about his mum dying.
Really? Wow.
For a moment, I thought he might cry. Just
Welcome to
for a
3 people
split
now
second.
in the stream.
But he didn't. He just carried on with our session. I wish I knew what went on there. Jaya probably knows. She spent quite a long time with Sarah when she visited. Yes, once. I wanted to show him what I could do so he could see for himself. I took his hand, I told him to think of a loved one, and then...
Anything you
there
doing
was
tomorrow,
nothing.
bestie?
I mean, literally nothing, just an empty void.
Have I watched
The
2012?
only
Yes,
thing
I
I could
have.
feel was his hand holding mine. I'm pretty sure without that I'd
How
have...
about you, bestie?
I'm not sure I could have made it back. Terry hasn't been into work for a few days. I hope there's nothing wrong with her. Terry and I are never going to be best friends, but I wouldn't wish her ill. I referred myself because of Dr. Dekker's mother.
Wow.
Was I
Watching a
supposed to
movie
have
and
a
watching my
letter?
stream, that's very interesting.
You said you'd help me with my problem, but he's still here. Dr. Dekker. He wants me to kill people. He wants them to follow me to the sea, to the creature. It eats them. It's getting stronger. Dr. Dekker says when it's strong enough, it's going to walk again. That's why I black out. He doesn't want me to know. He doesn't want me to remember. I'm feeding a beast that wants to eat us all. You've got to tell me, Doctor. You have got to tell me the truth. You're dreaming, but your dreams are the truth. Don't forget me when you wake. I don't know how I'm in your dream, but now we're together. Let's play a game.
What game do you want? What game?
I say a word, you say a word. Ready? Guilty. Murderer. That's a good doctor. Now, just give me those 3 little words and I'll let you go. Yes. Yes, you do.
Man, this is just weird, dude.
You rang my doorbell.
The truck driver
The little girl.
killed himself.
David is weird.
Like she's watching me.
I need to put David
Molly.
out of his misery.
Is it okay to steal things?
Sleeping tablets.
Fingerprints?
Dead bodies.
I saw Jessica.
Should I kill David?
Hilda died last night.
Do you think I should tell her about
Psychokinetics?
the photos?
Dr. Dekker seemed to like a drink.
Bit of a drinking problem.
It's probably the same for Jaya.
One of his
What
patients
part
was trying to
2012
kill
were
him,
you
You
at,
lent me some
Bestie?
money.
leaving him messages.
Creature, human flesh.
I'd teleported.
Do you have that dream, Doctor?
Act 5.
Oh, doctor. You look... There's something I need to tell you. I can't find Dr. Dekker's prescription pad anywhere. I'm not sure when it went missing, but I don't remember seeing it for a while. Yours is there, but I'm scared one of the patients may have got their hands on it. Let me know if you find it, anyway, and ask me about Mariana later. I've got news.
Why would someone steal Dr. Dekker's prescription pad? I didn't even know he had one. I prefer actions over words, Doctor. You know that.
Yeah, I do.
Wow. That's a low blow, Doctor. And after all our sessions, I'm not a thief. Even the loan, that was just unfortunate.
She's a flirt.
Dr. Dekker asked for his loan back after diagnosing me as sane. In his opinion, my blackouts and everything else were fictional. He had no proof, of course, either way, or I'd be cured, but he asked for his money back, and I didn't have it. Why would I do that? Dr. Dekker transferred our loan agreement to Claire at Castleford. She bought him out. I owe her the money now. I don't know why she did it, but Dr. Dekker got repaid, and now my agreement is with Claire. You should ask her. I'm fine, Doctor. I went to the beach, swam under the sea, and returned to tell the tale. No blackouts. Nothing. I don't dream, Doctor. I haven't dreamed for years now.
He's a flirt.
Yeah. I did say that was a dream, didn't I? Is it easier to swallow, knowing it's the truth? The truth is, I'm not like you, Doctor. Or anyone else. I can swim to the bottom of the ocean for hours. And people follow me. Even if it's the last thing they do.
She's nuts.
People follow me into the sea. I don't force them, they just follow. To see the creature.
She's going nuts now.
I'm not sure what you'd call it. A wisp? A star? It's so bright and warm and loving.
Well, by the way, Bestie, when are we gonna do a
I don't know why
1v1?
it leaves me.
Oh, you're not sure yet still.
It only wants the others. It feeds on them. When I look down, I black out. But if I can just keep looking forward, no blackouts. I can just swim back to the top when it's finished. You really want to know? If I look down, it's writhing, just limbs of people from the clubs and the bars. Not just from this week, but last week, last month, last year. They all look terrified, but somehow still alive. The creature. It's all inside them, poking holes through them that they shouldn't have. It just eats them.
Wow.
Slowly. The missing people. That's where they go. I don't know I'm doing it. I swear I don't, Doctor. The creature. I hear it. It's hungry.
Wow.
Nobody can know. It's our secret. It's our secret. What will you tell people, that I'm feeding people to a creature at the bottom of the ocean? What proof do you have? You can't tell on me. You know what you do to me. When you visit. I let you do it because sometimes I'm ashamed of what I've done. You make me feel like I deserve it. You get inside me, Doctor. And it hurts.
Welcome to the one person
And you don't care.
in the stream. Do I care? Yeah, I do.
I can't explain what happened with John. He followed me back from the bar that night and swam with me under the ocean. I blacked out. He'd gone.
She sure blacks out a lot.
You must have read about John in the news. He was a local student who went missing. He was a looker. And he had a way with words, but he was also a cheat. The creature liked eating him a lot. But I can't explain what happened next. I left him to be eaten.
Wow.
And the next morning, he turns up in my bed
He gets eaten?
at my house.
This is just bizarre.
He's not wet at all. No signs he's been in the sea, but he has holes in him. Lots of holes. His inside is on the outside. Just a ball of tangled worms.
Man.
And now they're blaming me, but you knew that, Doctor, didn't you?
No what?
That's why I'm here.
Oh.
They think I killed John. John and some others. They need to know whether I'm insane or not.
I don't know if you're insane, but you're close to it.
My lawyer, he says I'm insane, but that he needs you to rubber stamp it. Do you think I'm insane, Doctor?
Insane? No.
No. The creature killed John. I told you how grateful I'd be. But you need to fix my problem first. If they try me as sane, I'll be in prison for a long time. And then, how would you get your reward, Doctor?
She's more of a flirt.
She's the woman that took over the loan I had with Dr. Dekker. You're a naughty one, Doctor. You know you visited my home. Why do you keep denying it?
Denying it?
Don't you remember? That's a shame. You had fun.
I'm not showing the stream of revelations again.
If you can't remember, I'm certainly not going to enlighten you.
Maybe tomorrow. Depends.
I've been reviewing your files. I know, I'm sorry, a bit naughty, but have you considered that Mariana may have murdered Dr. Dekker because of the money she owed him? She had most to gain. She got all the money if he died, and it makes most sense, doesn't it? I'm worried about you, Doctor. And the fingerprints on the bottle? Sorry, I dropped it.
Man.
You just seem a little different from the person who turned up all those weeks ago. You don't talk to me as much as you did. You flitter between patients in a daydream. Tell me what things are bothering you. Don't joke about going insane, Doctor. That's one thing I can't let happen on my watch. If you become insane, then I'll snuff you out. I think I'm okay with the grief now. My mother died suddenly, and I think I was projecting Dr. Dekker's death to be about her. I know they're not related. My mother died suddenly, like Dr. Dekker. For her, though, it was different. She burst into flames. I was 7. They said she must have been smoking and drinking on the sofa, but she doesn't smoke or drink. Professor Alderby said it was spontaneous combustion. Dr. Dekker's prescription pad is still missing. I'll let you know if it turns up. I didn't know anything about that. If I have any grievances with my employer, I spit in their coffee. I hope that's how you like it.
Spit in their coffee? Yeah. Oh my god, who spits in the people in the employees' coffee?
Don't become like Dr. Dekker. I think that somebody killed him because he was using them. There's some footage I can't show you because it would affect you too much. Suffice to say, when Mariana told him she could breathe underwater, he wanted the same power for himself. So instead of trying to cure her of it, he'd try and amplify it to see how it worked, so he could imagine it for himself. I think he did that with all his special patients. I think he wanted all of their powers. If you believe in that sort of thing. Any patient who presented with psychokinetic issues, they were his special patients. Towards the end, he began ignoring all the other cases. Most of the patients saw it as a curse, what they were experiencing, what they were unwittingly doing. Dr. Dekker saw it as an ability, a power to be harnessed and used for, well, God knows what he was going to use it all for. So we made them give in to it, and it consumed them, consumed all of them. Whether you believe any of that or not is your choice, but they did, which made them angry. And that's why I think he was murdered by a patient. Dr. Dekker had, in my opinion, become clinically insane, and it was rubbing off on the other patients. Maybe I would have put a stop to it, but I didn't need to. The grandfather paradox did that for me. Dr. Dekker killed his grandfather by going back in time. At least he thought he had. An earlier version of himself knew this would happen, so to prevent him from preventing himself from being born in the first place, he took an overdose, sleeping tablets and alcohol. At least that's how he explained it to me before he did it.
This is getting interesting by the hour and by the minute.
It's not your job to find out who the murderer is. It's the police. You can only point them in the right direction. Murder is a means to an end. There's a lot more going on here you should be thinking about. A fictional space god that's resting at the bottom of the Atlantic. It's not likely, is it? Or maybe you think it is. Have you spoke to Mariana today? Your patience will always be a bother, but you're caring for people. We do still care, don't we, Doctor? In a few weeks' time, there'll be a whole new bunch of faces with a whole new bunch of quirks.
Welcome to the two people in the stream.
Doctor, shall we?
I'm good. I feel better. Last session, that was all negative. I don't want to be like that. I made you something. A little thank you for being so nice. They're cookies. What about the prescription pad? Someone was sending Dr. Dekker death threats. Had no idea. You never said anything to me about it. Yes, I took it. I had to. Dr. Dekker told me he could use it to take away my gift.
Wow.
I'm a happy person. And really, what's the point of being miserable? It doesn't matter what's going on at work or anything. Happy is the only goal. Max told me that. I think some footballer might have said it. I told you about Max, right? Didn't I mention him before?
No, you did not.
Yes, but you don't know the whole story. Max is 77. He was one of my patients.
Wow.
I thought he was dying, so I shifted for him. Became an old sweetheart of his, apparently.
Dating a 77-year-old
Max
man.
didn't die. He actually got better somehow. And then he came and asked me to do it again.
That's insane.
Eleanor, her name was, or is. Like I say, he doesn't even know where she is now. But she obviously still loves him. When I shifted, I felt all fluttery and excited. It's so sweet, isn't it? Yes, Max and Eleanor had dinner on Valentine's Day. I felt a bit weird
when he asked me.
How is the movie, Bestie, if
But
you're
he
still
said
here?
he just wanted to have one more date with her, and then he wouldn't ask me again.
Man.
And to be fair, he was a perfect gentleman. I mean, I didn't want to have that conversation. I suppose he was just trying to cure me. I mean, I thought he believed that I could shift, but maybe he didn't. Maybe he was just humouring me the whole time. I could never hurt anyone. You have to believe me, Doctor.
Believe you?
You're very welcome. The usual stuff. Flour, sugar, butter, chocolate chips, and my special ingredient. A little herbalist magic to give you some pep.
Some pep?
You look like you need it.
Who puts pep in cookies?
You can put herbal remedies in food. The effect's more subtle, but it does work. Thing is, because Max didn't die, he saw me change back after I let go of his hand. There wasn't anything I could do about it. I don't know why Max didn't die. It usually works.
I'm fine. I killed David. Again.
Man.
Like you told me to. Anushka's fine, I would imagine. Her father came over to talk about the missing cat. It would have been an easier conversation had I not been splattered in blood and sweating like a milkmaid. It seemed like he wanted to give me a piece of his mind, but when he saw the state I was in, he fled. There were no police that turned up. I suspect I've got away with it, at least this second time.
Second time?
Now all that's left is for you to write up my diagnosis.
Jesus Christ, dude, seriously? Hey, Taboo. How are you doing today? Man, she's nuts.
That I'm not sound of mind. That I wasn't sound of mind when I killed David. It's up to you whether you want to mention any of our other conversations. I'm happy either way. With an axe. I got him to put his head on the wood block. He didn't really know what he was doing. He trusted me. I cut off his head. When I picked it up, he was smiling. Probably a muscle spasm.
Man, this person is crazy, dude.
Oh, the continuing saga of Dr. Dekker. After he'd seen David and done his due diligence, he came up with an offer I couldn't refuse. Remember? The one I told you about when we first met. Dr. Dekker wanted me to reanimate him. He said he would kill David unless I agreed.
So I guess you're nuts too, huh, bestie? I just wanted to say that.
He called me on Valentine's night. He promised to use a disposable phone so there would be no trace. I was supposed to come here, where I would find him dead, and then reanimate him. I agreed immediately. It seems that Dr. Dekker went through with his half of the agreement. But I forgot to turn up. I never saw Dr. Dekker's prescription pad.
I imagine he kept it hidden away. To stop people stealing it? I've already told you, I never saw his prescription pad, so
Hey,
of course I
Kenneth.
didn't write any death threats. It sounds like someone is trying to frame me.
Thanks
Who's
for
trying
like.
to frame me, Doctor? Doctor, did I tell you about that time that I used the power of my mind to bring my husband back to life? I can't
No, you cannot.
imagine what I'd do to the psychiatrist that double-crossed me. But I'm sure it will be fun. For me, at least. Yes. Dr. Dekker threatened to kill David. That terrified me at the time. I still had hope that David would recover. I don't really know the girl, but I did buy out her loan from Dr. Dekker. I mainly did it to shut him up about it. But can you imagine having him as a creditor? That poor girl. I hope it didn't accrue anything more than interest.
I'm not feeling very well. I tried to sleep through the midnight hour, and I slept for 8 hours. When I woke up, it was looking at me. That thing was looking at me. Time was still frozen. But I can't escape it. I'm doomed.
You're nuts. That's what you are.
It knows what I did with Dr. Dekker.
You're nuts and you're
It's
in a
been
straitjacket.
taunting me. It wanted me to follow it, so I did. It brought me here, Doctor. Here. It thinks I killed Dr. Dekker. I'm sure of it.
You're nuts.
I took his body. It was me. I took it from the coffin because I didn't want him put in the ground. I don't know what I was going to do with him. I just didn't think burial would be enough. Maybe I would cremate him. But the body disappeared. If only he'd been cremated like you will be. I have a private tool shed at the graveyard. I moved his body in there before the burial. But when I came back, he'd gone. It was locked and he'd gone. How did that happen, Doctor? How did Dekker do that?
Magic.
Perhaps. It had crossed my mind that Dr. Dekker perhaps resurrected himself. Maybe he wasn't dead, just sleeping.
Possible.
If someone else moved Dekker, they'd had to have picked the lock, moved the body, and then locked up again. Why go to the trouble of locking up again?
Why?
It's not out of the question to think that Dr. Dekker teleported himself out of the tool shed. If I can do it, he probably can. That's the kind of thing I've been thinking. But the thing that's been following me, it can teleport too. I think the thing might be Dekker. Is the thing Dekker?
Maybe.
I waved back at Jessica yesterday, and she smiled. It was bigger than normal. I think we may have made a connection, Doctor. The photos I have of her, I think I'm going to destroy them. They're my problem, not hers. I teleported back into the art gallery after our session, in the midnight hour. I replaced the painting, so I haven't stolen anything for a long time now. Perhaps a cheeky borrow best describes it. I've tried to avoid my extra hour. I tried to sleep through it. I did try one thing. I spied on you, Doctor. You have a strangeness, don't you?
You're nuts.
You live in the same house as Dr. Dekker. I spied on him several times, so I know the house very well. You kept it almost entirely the same. Why did you live in the same house as Dr. Dekker? Is it a perk? Or you, Dr. Dekker?
Nope.
Thought it might be a perk. I'm sorry I spied on you. I was just getting worried that you weren't who you said you were. Just some mannerisms, strangeness. It's good you've adopted his dog, though. I'm not sure many people would have done. I didn't steal Dekker's pad. I didn't have to. If I wanted to use it, I could just teleport in here and steal a sheet. Why take the whole pad? Why be that obvious? And so it is. You worried me then, Doctor. I thought you were starting to believe in the unbelievable, too.
No, I would.
Well, kudos to whoever had the guts to do that. Wasn't me. What did they say? You've piqued my interest now. I tried to sleep through my extra hour. I didn't want to face it. That thing has been taunting me. I wish I was still religious. The thing that's following me, it doesn't have a face. I saw it close up when it was standing over me. It has no face, no eyes, no mouth, no nothing. Inside its hood is just space. Just a black hole.
I think you know who killed Dr. Dekker, so you're going to have a good day. Can we talk a bit about hypnotism, though? I've heard you can plant key words in people when they're hypnotized. How would I know if I had any? I think that the hypnotism didn't take, but maybe Dr. Dekker did hypnotize me, and it did work, and he told me to think that it didn't. I think I found one of the key words.
And what keywords were those?
I can't say what it is. I don't want to trigger it. I was on the phone to my dad last night, and he said something, and boom, I fell asleep. Normally I wish that kind of thing would happen, but it just happened. I phoned him back, I thought it was seconds, but it was an hour later. I asked him what he'd said. He'd watched some NASA program. He was reading off planets. It was one of them.
That was interesting.
I don't want it to be triggered. Pluto's not a planet, is it? And why are you even trying? So he did plant me with something. I have absolutely no idea. Did you find out what the key word is? What is it? No. Don't say it. Write it down for me. And thank you. You know, there's something I've not been telling you.
And what's that?
It's about time travel. This might feel like the darkest timeline, but it's not my darkest timeline. I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. I'd look at one of your other patients, or maybe even your assistant. His prescription pad's missing. The one with all the death threats on it.
Yes.
Do you think the murderer took it to cover their tracks? I suppose it could be a coincidence, but I'm guessing whoever murdered Dr. Dekker stole his prescription pad. I read a book about time travel. I thought what was happening to me was a type of time travel. I couldn't control it, but at the end of each day, I would travel back in time to the beginning and live it over again. I'm like Doctor Who, but I don't have a TARDIS, and I can't choose what time I go to. Except once. The doctor said she was legally still alive. The only thing they could do was starve her. Hannah didn't die in the accident the first time around. It was worse than death. She wouldn't have wanted that. I was looking at a photo from around the time of the accident. I had a lot of alcohol, which I think was probably necessary. I jumped back to the junction. I started pulling out, but the lorry was already on us. I drove into the lorry to make sure. I didn't wake up in hospital.
Doctor Who is boring.
Because
Doctor
I woke
Who?
up the next day. Present day.
Doctor
Things
Who?
had changed. Her obituary changed in the press clippings I kept. It said she was killed instantly. Nothing else changed. Her family seemed to hate me more, which is ironic because the first time around, they pulled her off life support. So I saved them the indignity. Now they just think it was my careless driving that caused her death.
How ironic.
Things have been interesting. Thanks to Mariana. We went on a date. What sort of? She texted me this bar she was going to, and I just turned up. She can dance.
Yeah, she
I
can.
was transfixed most of the night. Next thing I know,
She's
I'm
a
lying in my
too.
bed, at home. The room's spinning. The day moved forward. In fact, every night I go and watch Mariana dance, the day moves forward. Do you think Mariana likes me?
I'm not dating still. No.
Thanks, Doctor. That's what I'm hoping.
I should have said no.
I'm at peace with Hannah now. I can save her. And I'll keep trying, but I must move forward. I did kind of ask you not to talk about this anymore, but I suppose you're not taking notes. I haven't been lying. As far as everyone's concerned, she died in that car accident.
Hey God.
Instantly.
How are you?
I didn't have time. I jumped back to the split second the accident happened. The truck was already on us. I swerved left the first time, so I tried right.
How are you?
If I could have saved her, I would have done. I didn't want her to die.
I just mean when I shift. They see their loved one and say what they have to say, and then there's nothing stopping them from moving on. Why? What did you think I meant?
It's the Infinite Madness of Dr. Dekker. That's the name of the game. Okay. Who do you think's the killer? Okay. I'm the killer, okay. Okay. Well. Yeah. Let's see. This is gonna be interesting. Let's see. You think it's him? Let me chase her first. Hold on.
I'd be careful what you say next, Doctor. After all, I know these sessions are being recorded. My job is to support the Doctor, but only if the Doctor is making the patients better. Do you think you're making the patients better, Doctor? I wasn't even here on Valentine's Day, and I wouldn't hurt a fly. If you believe, as I do, that we're here to help patients restore their sanity, to restore order, then you'd be happy that Dr. Dekker was gone, regardless of who did it. Nobody wants the inmates running the asylum, do they? Well, let's say you're right, that I did kill him. My job is more important than yours. I watch every doctor that comes through those doors, making sure they keep their heads. Without me, we'd have chaos. Without you, we'd have another doctor. So, Doctor, let me ask you again. Who do you think killed Dr. Dekker? Was it me? Or was it you?
Wow. It was her. Meh. That was just a guess. Man, that's so... Oh my god, I guess right. Oh my god. That was just a guess.
So I've got a new dog, a basset hound. She's got these big floppy ears and a really sad face. You know, even sadder than I look. Ginger. I call her Ginger. She's a rescue. But since I've had Ginger, I've never looked back. Literally. Not one day.
I'm not really sure what you'd call it. Mutually assured delusions?
That was a guess on my part.
I think Dr. Dekker was projecting his weird fantasies on me. And it was just going to be easier to go along with it. To participate.
I
feel much better now I know I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't hurt anyone. Did I?
It looks like Terry won't be coming back. She hasn't been in for a while, and I thought she just had a bug or something, but from what I've heard...
I thought it was Bryce.
Good. Apparently, she's in intensive care, and they can't figure out what's wrong with her. Well, I'm not going to lie. Work's much easier without her watching over me. Does that make me a horrible person?
There's no need to go over old ground. I understand. David died when I stabbed him, and everything else since, everything else that's happened, that was all me. David, Anushka's father, Iris. What's next for me, Doctor? How do we cure what I have? By all accounts, and thanks to a very unfriendly jury, it seems like we're going to have quite a lot of time to figure that out.
I think I was in my own head too much, manifesting things that weren't there. But I'm very much an art connoisseur now. It's definitely helping keeping me sane. I realised that I'm a very visual person, and paintings can keep me occupied for hours. I go to Providence whenever I get the time. It's the local art gallery here. The best time to go is late at night. You get the place all to yourself.
Nah, that was just a lucky guess.
The curse continues at Dr. Dekker's psychiatry practice, where another physician has been murdered by a patient. Found by night cleaning staff, Dr. Dekker's replacement was pinned to the chair with a paper spike, in what police are describing as a copycat murder. Jaya. You're supposed to be looking after them. How many more do we have to go through before you get a good one?
Huh. Yup. So, God, how was your day? I'm not sure if you're still here or not, but... So, Jaya was the killer. Well, this is the end of the stream, guys. I beat this game. Very interesting that Jaya was the killer. Well, let's stop it here, guys. Yeah, that was a lucky... Yep, I got a trophy for a lucky guess. Trophies. Well, I'm gonna stop it here, guys. This game is finished now. I might play Revelations tomorrow. Or yeah, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. Depends. Okay, I'm gonna go out and get some dinner. I'm hungry now. And with that, if you like, please leave a like, support my channel, and you guys have a nice day, night, and week ahead. And with that, peace out. Have a good one. And I'm out of here.